Anyway, again, my name is Tim Keefe, the CEO at Transform CX, and I'd really like to introduce my panel guests today. And maybe I'll start with Mr. Kevin Shields from Johns Hopkins.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the seminar. It's great to be here today. I'm Kevin Shields, the Director of Medical Services for the Health System.
And then secondly, I'd like to bring on Diana Chu. Diana is an executive coach and works with all the calm, cool, collected people of Silicon Valley.
My name is Diana Chu. I'm the co-founder and executive coach at Refactor EQ. I'm also the interpersonal dynamics facilitator and executive coach for Stanford Graduate School of Business as well.
Okay, and number 3 on our list, I do this with some degree of trepidation, my co-author, co-conspirator, Mr. Andreas Wieman.
We're very passionate about the topic of employee engagement. So looking forward to having a great panel discussion looking for a good, healthy conversation.
And Trent Salvaggio, PhD, Dr. Trent.
Yes, my name is Trent Salvaggio. I'm a research scientist by training. My PhD is in management and organizational development, but my focus area is in an emerging field known as people analytics. And most of my research has centered around the future of work and what that means, not only for the people and the employee side of it, but for us as leaders within organizations, and what that changing future of those interactions really look like.
Again, what we're here today to talk about is what we think is this burgeoning recognition of the importance of the individual employee and their ability to be engaged in the work they're doing and to engage with the company that they're working for.
Well, from my perspective, certainly remote work, RTO, and hybrid are the hot things going on driving the employee experience today. And most organizations, of course, have a mix of all three of these. And that, I think, is compounded as many organizations have gotten larger, right? And they operate across many locations and many time zones. And with that, it stretches the limits and the effectiveness of any single approach to EX, because as you move across time zones and locations, you've got different cultural things taking place with those areas where those businesses are located and within the businesses themselves, even within the same country.
So because with the use of technology, we can tailor the experience in a different way to include different, needs, the cultures, their ability to work. Like, for example, like their time zones would be different. And like how some people are night owls, some people are morning birds. Like how can you use that as advantage productivity by giving them what they want and understanding their needs are. And so creating that like flexibility, creating that inclusivity model is one of the things that I think in the long run, 5-10 years is actually possible to do with AI, with all these trends and technology that we're.
How do you operationalize technology? I think Diana is absolutely right. We've got all the tech and data that's out there. Data is a big piece of it, by the way. There's so much data that's out there, but how do you incorporate that to make better, more probable decisions? And how can you look at it? A lot of companies that we work with always tend to jump to the customer side or the client side of things, and they don't face that technology inward for employees. Why wouldn't you start with your employees, have better adoption? That's the other thing with technology is you got to have adoption. If you have adoption, then guess what? It's less threatening to people because they're using it and they get a level of familiarity with it.
The second part, I think probably the part that doesn't get talked about as much is also people's relationship with work and what work really means to them. And what we see today is that relationship with work is much more complex. When we try to model out what it means, what work and how work infiltrates our daily lives, it's not just that transactional. It's about organizational alignment, about being a part of something bigger than yourselves.